Corporate earnings season is starting and more women are becoming truck drivers. Financial analyst Steve Budin joins us now to discuss those headlines and a few more in today's Financial Focus. So,
welcome to Financial Focus.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great to have you, even though you are a native New Yorker.
Well, I'll get even. Don't worry.
We were trading barbs. I'm from Boston, so just a friendly, little friend fun there. Let's talk about the earnings season. First of all, for the financially illiterate, what is earnings season?
So every 3 months, most of the major U.S. corporations will disclose their profits, how they're doing. What's more important is they will also give a disclosure and some commentary about how they see the economy. So starting this week, you're going to see most of the companies we recognize their names will give their financial guidance. And I use that to see how the economy is doing. And this quarter should be very telling and very interesting.
I was going to say, what kinds of things are you going to be looking for when you start to see some of the earnings come out?
Yeah, certainly the Chinese trade dispute issue will come out. Most of our multinational companies do trade overseas with countries like China and the Far East, and they'll give some guidance as to how impactful some of these tariffs that the U.S. government has put on their products has been. So depending on how strong or weak those tariffs are to their earnings, we'll get an idea of how the economy is doing.
And I know to this point there's been a little bit of uncertainty about how that trade war is going to play out, so we're going to get some answers here soon.
We will. Over the next couple of weeks, it should be very telling.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Also, I want to talk about this headline that caught my eye when you sent it over to me. More and more women signing up to become truck drivers. What's the trend there? Why is that happening?
This one is very interesting. I've reported on this for the last couple of years. There's an enormous shortage in the trucking industry for drivers. And trucking companies have been forced to raise the starting salaries very, very substantially. Women have caught on, and women are now a faster growing segment of truck drivers. They still represent less than 10% of the workforce, but it's 68% up in the last 10 years. And a lot of it is attributed to the technology. The trucks are easier to drive. They have Wi-Fi, so they can stay in touch with their homes a lot easier. But I found this very interesting because if you raise the salary in a certain profession, it's gender neutral. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. If the companies are paying enough, people will take the jobs.
The money will talk for sure.
Oh, usually does.
68% growth. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and again, we're coming off a low number, but it's still pretty impressive. And a lot of the women that were interviewed for the story said steering wheels are gender neutral, which I found very interesting.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on that too.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, financial scams. I know you wanted to touch on. We always think it's strangers that are coming after us via financial scams, but actually it can affect you from within your own family, right?
Yes, and this is a serious one. Financial crimes against the elderly and the infirm are on a very, very substantial increase. And sad to say, most of the money stolen from the elderly are from people that they know, not that they don't know. And I report a lot about various scams that the electric companies and the IRS, but a lot of it is internal. Sad to say, a lot of these family members are stealing from their own. So if you have a family member who you're not sure is being taken advantage of, there are some very simple solutions like add your name to their bank account, add your name to their investment account, get powers of attorney drafted. But please report this because only 1 in 50 crimes get reported.
Great advice. Steve, thank you so much. Financial Focus was a pleasure.
Welcome aboard.
All right, thanks.